Now, do you guys remember when I told you that Kaizer Chiefs currently, or I should say, they have been looking for an international goalkeeper? Well, we will be talking about that. And also, do you remember when I said Kaizer Chiefs will be looking to bring in a winger, which is their top priority, and also, a centre forward, which so far they've managed to do something like that. And last but not least, guys, we'll be looking at also, in terms of the centre back, because definitely they did want to sign a centre back. But before we get into all of those details, Bafito, please do make sure that you like the video. Very, very important. And also, if this is your first time seeing Football Transit QP, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell notification so that next time when I post a new video, you will be notified and be able to watch that video. Now, guys, I don't know where should I start, but I think I'm going to just go straight to the news. Now, recently reports have come out to say definitely Kaizer Chiefs have acquired in terms of the goalkeeper services of Mohamed. Why is it running away from me? Guys, let me confirm. Mohamed, not Mohamed Nazruddin Nabi, Mohamed Camara, the guy that I called cameraman. Do you remember that goalkeeper when we played against Asante Kotoko? Well, that goalkeeper of A2, which is 25-year-old, is a tall goalkeeper, definitely. So you can see why. Remember what I've said in the previous videos before. With Kaizer Chiefs are looking for an international goalkeeper. They don't want any South African goalkeeper. Remember, we had an opportunity to sign Ronaldo Lina, but they said no, we are not going for this one. We want an international goalkeeper, and that's what they are looking for. So this is what they did. They acquired about the services of this goalkeeper known as Camara. I called him cameraman. Definitely he did some wonderful saves on that game that they played against us, and they won the Toyota Cup, which we are not winning that Toyota Cup anytime soon, but anyways, it's fine. Umjita is 25 years of age. He's from Ghana. So far he has managed to represent his home country 2 times, and in terms of clean sheets, he does have his fair share. On paper, he looks like a good goalkeeper, and I've tried by all means to look at him, so even go CAF Confederations, so far he has managed to play 20 games, and he considered 14 goals. But he considered, no, I'm lying, he played 1 game on Conf Confederation, and he did not concede any goals. He did not concede. He only conceded on the Premier League, which I don't know. He plays on the Premier League, Asante Kotoko. I don't know, guys, but that's what it is from a transfer market. It looks like he played 19 games, and then he managed to concede 14 goals and kept 9 clean sheets, which definitely is looking good in terms of his record. And in total, Tiwanje Masisbega, all of his career stats, he has played 20 games, considered 14 goals, and managed to keep 10 clean sheets, which is definitely looking good. And despite all of that, on paper, looking at him from his previous game, I know I do not know much about his other games, but looking at him on his previous game, Umjita, I think he managed to do fairly well in terms of keeping up with how he plays and tries his best to make sure he blocks the opponents. Now, I could say he's a good goalkeeper, but we know what happens, guys. Same thing that happened with Ntwari. We could say he's a good goalkeeper, and then Magafiyana Shorena, things become a bit of a problem. But this guy does have an advantage. The advantage is the fact that he is playing for one of the biggest teams in Africa. I can say that because Asante Kotoko is a giant on its own, so definitely him having understood the pressure of playing for a big team, that might come in hand. But the difference is Kaizer Chiefs is much bigger than Asante Kotoko, so at the end of the day, it will be something that is going to put pressure on the goalkeeper. But if they feel like that is going to help the team, then maybe they can bring him in, and then they put out Umjita Untwari, because at the end of the day, they will need to make sure that they do not have Untwari before they can have the services of Umjita cameraman. But even though I don't think it's going to be I don't think Kaizer is going to do that. But so far, we do know Tunchita is left with only 1 year on his contract, which is going to expire in 2026. So this season, he's going to finish it, and then after that, he will be available. So maybe, just maybe, when he becomes a free agent, they will sign him, but maybe the guy will sign contract extension, because Kaizer Chiefs, they tend to fumble sometimes amateurs. I'm sorry to say this, but they tend to fumble amateurs. So we will see as time goes on what is going to happen. And in terms of the players that I've said, to a winger, so far we have signed Umjita. Even though I said we do not have a dedicated left winger, we do know Oguti Umfana upon Arsenal by. Ever since we signed him, he's going to play on that left wing position. So definitely he is a player that I can say on their checklist they can mark it done. And also in terms of the center forwards, they can mark it done, because so far they've signed Flavo Silva, center forward, Luke Batman, center forward, and also Etiosa Ikotaro, center forward. But don't forget another player who is a young player, Nalid Hlongwane. So about 4 players that have been signed as center forward. So just forget about Kaizer Chiefs going out there to sign another player. I think it's quite understandable. They have 4 different center forwards who are exceptionally different in their own style and everything. So definitely you know when you need a player like this one, you will play that player. And yeah, according to Asate Kotoko, goalkeeper cameraman, he has said with me, I promise I will give the best of my performances, better than what I did okay the Chiefs. I don't know, but we'll see, because we will be playing with them. CAF Confederation, if I'm not mistaken, they are on CAF Confederation, not CAF Champions League, but CAF Confederations. So definitely we'll see how they are going to flare up, and how are we going to flare up, because we need to make sure that we are prepared going into those games. And in terms of a centre back buffet too, so far, yes, we know Kaizer Chiefs is struggling in that department, even though they've managed to bring in a young player like Aiden McCarthy, who has come in to assist, and he has assisted beautifully. Now you have given him Simango, you have Zitakwinega, you have Inaso Miguel, you have Aiden McCarthy. 1, 2, 3, 4 centre backs so far, but they're still missing another centre back, which they wanted to sign a centre back from SuperSport, but they couldn't. And they wanted to sign a centre back from, I forgot the name of the team, but unfortunately they haven't. So maybe, just maybe, that will be the one final signing for Kaizer Chiefs as a centre back that will be coming in, bringing in something new. But so on, guys, would say, how are they going to do it? Because at the end of the day, there was a player who wanted to join us, but sadly he's a midfielder. Tibang Lebogang or Tibang Pire. I'm not too sure about the names of it. There's Pire, there's Lebogang. Yeah, I forgot the names. But anyways, those are the kind of players who could have joined Kaizer Chiefs. But so far, we don't know what Kaizer Chiefs is trying to do, or what are they going to do. Now, in terms of the rumors, hey, I'm just happy we are cruising nicely. And most importantly, Kaizer Chiefs is doing well. Well, Bafetu, I believe this is it. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think about Cameraman. Do you think he will be able to help the team? And also, most importantly, don't forget to like the video, Bafetu. Like. I will see you later on with something new. Peace.